The entire town laughed when 17-year-old Malik Carter handed over every dollar he had saved to buy a collapsing, abandoned garage on the edge of town. They called him foolish. They called him desperate. But what nobody knew was that hidden beneath the dust, rust, and broken dreams of that forgotten building was a secret that would change Malik's life forever, and destroy the arrogance of the men who tried to ruin him. Before we continue, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of never giving up, please like this video, leave a comment, share this story, and subscribe to Beyond the Verdict. Your support helps bring more inspiring stories to life. Malik Carter had never known an easy life. Growing up in the small industrial town of Ashford Ridge, he learned early that survival required hard work, patience, and hope. After losing his mother at the age of 12 and being raised by his aging grandmother, Gloria Carter, Malik spent most of his teenage years balancing school with part-time jobs. He washed cars, stocked grocery shelves, mowed lawns, and fixed bicycles for neighbors. Every dollar he earned went into an old metal box hidden beneath his bed. His dream wasn't to become rich. His dream was much simpler. He wanted to own something that belonged to him. Something nobody could take away. Meanwhile, across town, billionaire businessman Vincent Hawthorne, the CEO of Hawthorne Automotive Holdings, was known for his success, influence, and ruthless business tactics. People admired his wealth but feared his ambition. When Vincent acquired dozens of abandoned properties around Ashford Ridge, he viewed them as little more than numbers on a spreadsheet. One property in particular irritated him, a deteriorating garage located on the outskirts of town. The building was old, neglected, and filled with junk. It generated no income and sat on land Vincent believed was worthless. During a local property auction, he noticed Malik standing quietly in the crowd, holding a small envelope filled with cash savings. Vincent saw an opportunity. He publicly mocked the garage, calling it a useless pile of scrap metal and a burden nobody wanted. Then, with a smile that hid his true intentions, he encouraged Malik to purchase it at a heavily discounted price of $1,000. The crowd laughed. Several people even recorded the moment on their phones. To them, it looked like a rich man teaching a poor teenager a lesson about business. Malik ignored the laughter. With shaking hands, he handed over every dollar he had saved over 5 years. The next morning, reality hit hard. The garage was worse than he imagined. The roof leaked. The walls were unstable. Rusted equipment covered the floor. Broken vehicles sat untouched for decades. Yet every morning before sunrise and every evening after school, Malik returned. He cleaned. He repaired. He painted. He learned everything he could about restoration and mechanical work through public library books and free online videos. Weeks turned into months. People continued to laugh. But Malik noticed something strange while clearing the back storage room. Under layers of dust and debris, he discovered a locked underground storage area hidden beneath old concrete flooring. It took him nearly 3 days to gain access. What he found inside changed everything. The underground chamber contained dozens of rare automotive components, original blueprints, and historical racing memorabilia dating back over 50 years. Unknown to Vincent Hawthorne, the garage had once belonged to legendary racing engineer Arthur Bellamy, whose creations had become priceless collector's items. Malik had no idea what he was looking at initially. But after contacting historians and collectors, experts arrived from across the country. They confirmed that the collection was authentic. The estimated value exceeded $30 million. For the first time in his life, Malik didn't feel poor. But money alone didn't change him. Instead of selling everything immediately and disappearing, he made a decision nobody expected. He restored the garage into a museum and restoration center dedicated to preserving automotive history. He hired local workers who had lost their jobs. He offered apprenticeships to teenagers struggling like he once had. He invested in the community that had once laughed at him. News spread rapidly. National media outlets arrived. Investors called daily. Documentary filmmakers requested interviews. The abandoned garage once considered worthless became one of the country's most celebrated restoration centers. And Vincent Hawthorne watched it all unfold in disbelief. The billionaire who believed he had tricked a poor teenager soon discovered that his own carelessness had cost him the greatest opportunity of his career. Worse still, many of his investors began questioning his leadership and judgment after learning he had dismissed the property's historical significance without proper investigation. 6 months after purchasing the junk garage, Malik Carter stood on a stage before thousands of people as the official owner of Carter Legacy Motors, a rapidly growing company valued at hundreds of millions of dollars. But the most important moment didn't happen during a business meeting or a television interview. It happened quietly. One evening, after all the cameras were gone, Malik sat beside his grandmother Gloria on the porch of their newly renovated family home. She held his hand and smiled through tears. She reminded him that wealth wasn't measured by money, but by the lives a person changes along the way. Malik looked at the sunset and realized she had been right all along. He had never wanted an empire. He had only wanted a chance. And because he refused to give up when the world laughed at him, he ended up building something far greater than wealth. He built hope. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like this video, leave a comment, and share it with someone who needs encouragement today. Your support helps keep stories of hope and perseverance alive. Special request, comment below with the words, "Never give up," if you believe that faith, hard work, and determination can change a person's destiny. Sometimes, the people who laugh at your dreams simply cannot see what you see. And sometimes, the greatest victories begin with nothing more than a broken building, a determined heart, and the courage to believe when nobody else does.